Good evening from NYChessKids. My name is Saudin. In this lesson, we'll do checkmates in three. This is a study 29A. You can find this study on our website, nychesskids.com, under the lessons, or you can find it in NYChessKids account in Chess. Please take a piece of paper, pencil, or you can print a PDF file. There is a book, Checkmate in 3, on our website, and it is 200 puzzles in that book. So this is the first 40 puzzles in the book. So let's do it. What do we have here? We have a queen on c7, rook on d2. Can bishop help us? We don't need in this position, but we definitely have to recognize this bishop, and we also have to recognize that rook can join the attack. There are problems on the back rank here. The king is trapped here in the center of the board. So let's calculate together. Checkmate in three moves. Okay. Hopefully you found this move, queen d7. That's the first move. King has to go to f8, and now you can recognize the problems on the back rank, and you can easily find this move, right? Queen d8 and rook d8, checkmate. Okay, let's go to the next one. Again, ask yourself immediately what's happening around the king. We have queen on h6 attacking the king. We have bishop on f6, right? And then we have a pawn on h5, right? That's an important pawn. Rook on h4. So I already see 3-4 pieces attacking the black king, but don't forget there is one more. Okay, hopefully you found this bishop on g2. So calculate the checkmate in three moves. Okay, if you did not find by now, I am going to give you the hint. The first move is queen h7. So calculate from here. Okay, you should be able to see checkmate in two from here. Queen takes h7, king takes h7, and now pawn takes on g6, double check. Look, check with the rook, discovered rook, right? And check with the pawn. So now black has the options. If black king goes back to g8, do you see the checkmate? Okay, rook h8, checkmate, right? If the black king takes the pawn on g6, can you see the checkmate now? Bishop e4, checkmate. Okay, so we take, and we take on g6, and now bishop to e4, checkmate. Right. So look, this is calculation, three moves calculation. Once we finish this book, your chess is going to be different. You're going to be playing much better. So let's go to the next one. By the way, this is from Bobby Fischer game. Okay. Always ask yourself what's happening around the black king. We have a queen attacking the king. We have a knight. We are recognizing a knight on the sixth rank. Pawn protects that knight. That can help us. And then we have a rook on e1. So those are the four pieces that can help you for a checkmate. Don't forget that you are in trouble here because this queen is attacking the rook and you could get checkmated here. So we have to find a good move here. Checkmate in three. Let's calculate together. Okay, if you did not find the move by now, I'm going to give you a hint. The last move, the move number 3, is rook g8, checkmate. That means this rook comes to g8 and checkmates the king. Okay, so hopefully now you found this one, right? Check, and rook goes to e8, check, and then rook g8, checkmate. Pay attention how pieces are working nicely together, rook, knight, and the pawn. Okay, number 4. What do we have here? I see queen immediately attacking on f7. Bishop supports the queen, knight on d6. Right? I also see this problem here. There's a pin. Right? So our king is not in a very nice position. So checkmate in 3 moves. We had this in checkmate in 2. The same idea. Okay, I assume you found this move, queen f7, right? Now what happens after king h8? You have a checkmate in 2 there. Okay, I hope you found the smother mate. So we take, and now we go for a smother mate. Queen g8. Rook has to take because we have a bishop here, and knight f7, checkmate. Okay, number 5. By the way, kids, if you cannot find the moves, don't get angry and frustrated because this is not easy, right? So we have to learn how to calculate together. Just give yourself a chance. We have a pawn on f7. We have a king on g6, bishop on g5, bishop on d5. So there is a checkmate in 3 moves. Okay. Um, if you didn't find by now, I'm going to give you a hint. The last move, the move number 3, is bishop g7, checkmate. That means the first move is we push the pawn, take a queen, then we play check, and we take on g7. Excellent. Let's go to the next one. What do you see? I see this line up here. Queen and the rook attacking on h7. Then this rook can help us. And of course, pawn on f6 is very important here. And we had a very similar position in checkmating too. Okay. The last move, move number 3, rook h4, checkmate. Can you find it now? Okay, that means the first move is queen h7, a rook takes on h7, and then a rook h4. Boys and girls, if you need more time for those puzzles, you can always stop the video, pause the video, take as much time as you need, and then continue. Let's go. I don't know if this is a mistake, but we had this puzzle. Let me see. It seemed to me this is a duplicate. Yeah. Oh no, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, sorry. So puzzle number 7. Look at us. We have 2 connected pawns here, but black also has a connected pawns. He could get a queen. So we need to be smart here and find the good moves. Okay. Let's go through the moves. The first move is bishop to b6. And we are threatening to play bishop a7, checkmate. Now, black has different options here. If black bishop takes white bishop, then king takes king takes b6, and no matter what black plays, the next move is c7, checkmate. I hope you can follow me. So let's do it one more time. Bishop goes to b6, bishop takes b6, king b6, and the next move is c7. Now, if you play bishop b6, black could play, let's say, bishop d6, right? So what we can do here is we can push the pawn to c7 because we have to block the king. Bishop comes back and takes that pawn, and then we play bishop a7, checkmate. Okay, so this one is not easy, but try to calculate without moving the chess pieces when you do on your own. Right, bishop b6, and now we can take, and doesn't matter what black does, we play c7, checkmate. Okay, puzzle number 8, I guess, right? Okay, this should be easy for you now. We have a rook in attack. We also have a pawn helping us. Queen is here helping us, and this pawn is helping us. We have to find a checkmate, otherwise this pawn here on d2 is going to become a queen. Okay, if you didn't find a checkmate by now, I'll give you the last move. Is queen to d7 checkmate. So this queen d7 is a checkmate. That's the third move. Okay, first one is rook b8. Then we take the bishop and queen d7 checkmate. Okay, let's go to the next one. This should be puzzle number 9 in your book. What do you see right now? Queen and the knight working together. There's clearly this check here, right? Then we have a pawn. Now this pawn can help us, right? The other piece is not really, right? Bishop cannot help us. The rooks cannot help us for the checkmate. So how do you calculate here? Queen takes h7, king goes to f8. He wants to go to e7, right? So if you play move queen h8, he goes to e7. So there's no checkmate there. So find the smart move. Queen h7, king goes to f8, and we push the pawn d6, so the king cannot escape. And now we are threatening queen h8 checkmate. If the pawn goes to g6, then the queen takes on f7 because the knight supports queen. So let's calculate one more time together. Queen h7 check, king goes to f8, pawn to d6, g6, queen f7 checkmate. Let's play those moves. d6, right? Now pay attention, a black has different moves here. He can take the knight with a bishop or with a queen, but then queen h8 is a checkmate, right? Or he can play more like this, right? Queen h8 checkmate. But the most important is that you see also g6, queen f7. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, I already circled the pieces important for the attack, right? We have a bishop, knight, right, rook and rook. All of them are important here. So look for a checkmate here. Okay, if you cannot find a checkmate, let's Let's try to get a little bit help. The third move is going to be knight to f7 checkmate. Okay, so let's play now the moves. The first move is bishop g8. King has to go to h8. Then we take rook h5, check. Rook has to take on h5, and knight goes to f7, checkmate. Look at a beautiful checkmate, and pieces are working so nicely together. So let's see this. We move the piece to g8. Oh, he's telling me not to play the move, but that's not right. This is correct move. This has to be a mistake. We have to correct this. So it is the right move. Bishop g8, king h8, rook h5, rook h5, knight f7, checkmate. We will have to correct this puzzle. Right? Yeah, I have to go into our account. I'm wondering what. I think what they did, they maybe played first rook h5. Let me see if that's. Yeah, and now it's the same, right? Bishop g8 and knight f7. So it's basically the same, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, here we have a two rooks and the queen. So I'm wondering what you see here. Okay, the hint, it's gonna be rook c8 checkmate. So one of your rooks will get to c8 and checkmate. Okay, so let's calculate. We take queen c7. Now, when rook takes rook c7, we take rook d8. Then rook blocks c8, and now you can take with any of those rooks. Rook takes c8, checkmate. So let's play the moves. We take on d8, and any of the rooks can take. I don't know which one was entered here, but let's try this one. Okay, I got the right one. Okay, so great. Let's see here. We have um, we have a queen on e4, definitely important, right? Rook on f6, pawn can help us, and rook on g2. So I already see one, two, three, four pieces, and of course bishop on h5 can help us as well. So let's see what can you see here? Do you see the checkmate? Okay, this one is not easy, so take a little bit more time. Okay, now I'm going to give you a second move. You need to find the first move, and I'll give you the second move. Second move is queen a8, check. That means the first move is rook to f8. So let's calculate without moving the pieces. Rook goes to f8, king takes f8, queen a8, check. Now, if rook goes to d8 to block, we just take queen d8, checkmate. If king goes to e7, then we play queen e8, checkmate. Right? The bishop supports the queen, and the king cannot go to d6 because the pawn. So let's play the moves now. We play rook f8, we play queen a8, and queen e8. Checkmate, right? Okay, the next one. pay attention to all the pieces that we have. Rook and the queen. The knight can help us. Pawns are too far away. Also pay attention how king is smothered. It's with his own pieces. Did you find a mate? Okay, if you did not, I'll give you a hint. The last move is knight to f5 checkmate. Okay, I'm sure now you've figured this out, right? So we have to take queen h6, bishop takes, rook takes h6, only move king g7, and knight goes to f5 checkmate. So let's play those moves. We take on h6 and knight f5 checkmate. Okay, let's go to number 14. We have, of course, queen, very important here, right? We also have a rook on c3. We have a bishop on f4. So any idea? Checkmate in three moves. Okay, hint, back rank checkmate. And the last hint, queen c8 checkmate is the last move. Okay, now let's see the first move. Bishop goes to f4, check. King goes to a8. Rook c8, check. Rook takes c8, and queen takes c8. So let's play those moves. And queen c8. Okay, number 15. We have three pieces here around the king. So what can we do? Okay, if you did not find by now, because this one is also not easy, this is the hint. The last move is knight e3 checkmate. Okay, so let's calculate now together. First move is rook h6, check. King has to go to g5. Then you play f4, check. King has to capture the pawn on g4, and knight e3 is a checkmate. Okay, let's play the moves. f4, and then we play knight to e3, checkmate. Okay, let's see number 16. Don't forget the pawn on d6, queen on g5, bishop here. Can this knight help us? Let's see, checkmate in three moves. Okay, if you are having a hard time with this one, let me give you the hint. Okay, the last move is queen e4 checkmate. Hopefully this helps you. So let's calculate now together. Queen goes to g7. Right. If the king moves down to e8, then of course we would checkmate queen e7. So queen g7, king goes to e6. Then we play queen e7. The only move is king f5 and queen e4 checkmate. Fine. Let's play the moves. Check and queen e4 checkmate. Okay. Let's see number 17. Okay, here we have all those pieces, like four pieces helping us for a checkmate. I hope you can find the first move because it is so obvious. If you find the first move, then there's very good chance you will find the rest. Um, okay, now I'm going to give you a hint. The last move is rook to h8 checkmate. Okay, let's calculate now together. The first move is king to f6. Now we are threatening to play rook g7 checkmate. So the only way black can stop that is to play rook g2, right? But then we take rook h5 check, king has to go to g8, and then rook h8 checkmate. Let's play the moves. King f6, we take on h5, and rook to h8. Okay, let's go to number 18. What do we have here? Knight, queen, and rook. That's what I see right away. Can we get a help from this rook or a bishop? Not in this case, we don't need it, but in some other situations, we have to pay attention to those two pieces. So do you see a checkmate in three moves here? We had a similar positions before. As soon as you see this knight on g5, you should try to visualize the queen on h7. Okay, I hope that was a good hint, right? Because the first move is rook h8, king has to take, queen h5 check, king goes to g8, and then queen h7 checkmate. So let's play those moves. Rook goes to h8, then we play queen h5, and queen to h7 checkmate. Okay, puzzle number 19. Oh wow, king is here. I'm trying to find the king. King is all the way on the other side. King b4. So we have queen and the bishop, three pawns here. Can any of those pieces like a rook and the knight join us? All right, let's see. Checkmate. Checkmate in three moves. Okay. Now, if you didn't find by now, all the moves are forced. What does that mean? That means that black has only one option. Right? So when you play your move, black has only one choice. If that didn't help you, then I'm gonna give you another hint. The last move The third move is queen c3 checkmate. Okay, so let's calculate now together. The first move is bishop a5. King has to go to a3. Then rook a1 check. King has to go to b2, and queen captures the pawn on c3 checkmate. So let's see this. Check, rook a1 check, and queen c3 checkmate. Good. Let's see number 20. Wow, big power here. We have a knights, right? They are both on fifth rank. They are dangerous, right? We also have a queen and the rook lined up here. Any idea? Okay, if you don't see, um, the hint is the last move is knight to g6 checkmate. Okay, so let's see the first one. First move is knight h6 check. Pawn takes, and then we play queen f7. We capture this pawn, queen f7 check. Pay attention, queen is protected by the knight and the rook. King goes to h8, and then knight to g6 checkmate. All right, let's play the moves. Knight takes, we take on f7, and knight g6 checkmate. Okay, kids, we did 20 puzzles. I am going to pause the video right now and just rest a little bit, and then we'll continue with the number 21. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue with number 21. So we have queen on d6. Of course, that's important, right? We have a knight on g5. We have bishop on f4, rook on d1. So let's see if you can find checkmate here. Now, for this checkmate, let me give you a hint. You need queen, you need a knight, and you need rook on b1. Okay, let's see. The first move, queen to e6, check. Let me just not move the pieces. Queen e6. What is the option for black? If black goes to f8, then queen f7 checkmate. If black goes to d8, then we play knight f7 check. King c7 and queen d6 checkmate. See, the king cannot go to b6 because the rook on b1. Okay, now we can play the moves. Queen e6. Okay, I even didn't talk about this move. So try to find here checkmate in two moves. Okay, now we have to play queen f7 and knight e6. Right? And knight e6, checkmate. So we had a black had different options here, right? So let's go to puzzle number 22. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit more time here because yeah, this one is it's okay. You will find it, but it's a little bit harder than the others. Okay, if you did not find the move by now, let me just give you a hint. The last move is going to be queen to g7 checkmate. So this queen goes to g7 checkmate. So try to calculate now. Okay, let's see it together. First move, queen h8. If king goes to g5, then we would play queen h4 checkmate. If king moves to f7, then rook h7 check. King goes to f8, queen g7 checkmate. So let's see this. Check. We have to play check rook h7 and then queen g7 checkmate. Okay, puzzle 23. We have a rook on f7, knight on e7, pawn on e6. We don't need a rook on e1, right? Um, we need a rook on e1 for support. See, it's important to look at all the pieces, even if I didn't pay attention. So, how about this? If you didn't find a move, the last move is knight d5 checkmate. Knight to d5 checkmate. That will be the last move, third move. So let's calculate together. The first move, rook f8 check. King has to go to g7. Then rook g8 check. King has to go to f6 and knight d5 checkmate. So king is on f6, cannot move to g5, cannot move to e5, right? So let's see this. Rook f8, rook g8, knight d5, checkmate. Okay, 24. Okay, this bishop on f6 is really in a great position, right? We have a bishop. Then then we have a bishop on h7, rook on h1, rook on a1. So let's see if you can combine those pieces and then come up with a checkmate. Okay, if you um, if you need a hint, think about this rook on h coming to h8, right? I'm sure you can see that. The only thing is, can you see where to move this bishop on h7? It has to go to the right place. Okay, and the right place for a bishop is bishop to e4. You are threatening the checkmate, right? We want to play rook h8 checkmate. The king wants to run away to d7, so now checkmate is not happening, right? But that's why we need a bishop on e4, so we can play bishop to c6 check, and then rook to h8 checkmate. Okay, let's see number 25. Okay, look at this rook. It's attacking, right? We need a bishop on d5, right? Then of course we have a queen and a bishop here. Can knight join us? Yes, it can. Don't forget the knight too. Okay, I'm sure you are looking at this move, rook h7, so try to calculate that. That's the correct move. Let's just see if you can find the checkmate. Okay, let's calculate together. Rook takes h7, king takes h7. Now, queen h4 check. I'm sure you saw that one. King goes to g6, and now checkmate in one move. Knight f4 checkmate. So let's play those moves. Knight f4 mate. Okay, 26. Pay attention, of course, to the bishop on a2. We have the queen and the rook lined up. So what do you see here? Okay. Um, okay, I'm going to give you a hint. The last move is queen to c7 checkmate. So that will be the last move. So calculate now. Okay, I gave you more time for this one. Uh, let's see this. The first move is bishop d5. So you remove the knight, and now king can take or bishop can take. If king takes, then we have a checkmate in one move. Queen c6 checkmate. So let's see one more time. Bishop d5. Now bishop takes on d5. We play a rook e7 check. King has to go to d6, and then queen c7 checkmate. So hopefully you can follow me. So let's see. Bishop takes d5 and rook e7, and then queen c7 checkmate. Okay, let's see number 27. Pay attention to all your pieces, right? We have a queen on f7, knight, rook, this bishop, right? So let's see if you can figure out the checkmate here. Okay, how about I give you a last move? The last move is rook h5 checkmate. So can you now find the first move? Okay, so let's calculate together. First move, knight to f5 check. The only move for black is bishop f5, and then rook goes to h4 check, right? Pay attention, pawn cannot take the rook because there is a bishop on c1 pinning the pawn. The only move for black is to block the check by playing knight h5, and then rook takes h5 checkmate. So let's see this. Knight f5, rook h4, and you take. I hope I'm giving you enough time to find those moves. If not, then again you can pause the video and give yourself more time. Let's go to the next position. So we have here a rook. I mean, this rook clearly looks very dangerous on open file, right? But we also have to pay attention to the bishop on b3. It's in a great position, right? Bishops are wonderful here. And then we have the setup with a queen and the knight. Now, what you need to recognize here that there is a pin. This pawn is pinned, right? So let's see if all this helps you to find out a checkmate in three moves. Okay. If you need more help, then I'll give you the first move. Knight f6. Calculate from here. Knight goes to f6, bishop takes, and what now? Okay, so we have to take on g6. So look, we play knight f6, bishop takes f6, and then queen takes on g6. Check. Pawn cannot capture because it's pinned. Bishop goes to g7, and queen h7 is a checkmate. Okay, so let's see this together. Knight goes to f6, queen takes, and queen h7, checkmate. Okay, 29. Here, um, I know you're probably looking at rook h1, right? Because it's it's open file, right? Don't forget you also have a queen that can help for the attack, and we have a knight in a great position. Now, knight is blocking the king, so king cannot go to g5 and g7. I hope this helps you. So it's not rook h1. Can you find the first move? Okay, the first move is tricky. Queen to h6. Check. You are sacrificing a queen. If king takes, then rook h1 is a checkmate. If king goes to g8, then you play rook c8 check. Rook has to block rook f8, and then you can take rook f8 or you can play queen g7 checkmate. So let's play those moves. Now rook c8, and now we can take rook f8 checkmate, or you can play queen g7. I'm not sure which one was entered here in Lichess. Both of them are fine. Let's try rook f8. Okay, that's the correct one. So let's see this puzzle. That's number 30. You have two rooks lined up here and the queen lined up. So we have three pieces, three strongest pieces attacking the king on h5. We also have a knight that can help us. So any idea? By the way, knight is very important here. Okay, help. Last move is knight e7 checkmate. That means the first move is queen g7. Let's calculate together. Queen g7, king takes, rook h7 check. King has to go to g8, and then knight e7, checkmate. So let's play those moves. We take on h7, and knight e7, checkmate. Number 31. We had this puzzle in checkmates in two. Okay, again, you have to pay attention to all your chess pieces. Two rooks are very important here. Then we have those three pawns, very important for the attack. And we also have the bishops, right? Now, bishop on c2 we don't need for the mate, but bishop on d2 is important. So the first move, I believe you can find the first move because it's obvious, but can you find the second move? Okay, now I'm going to give you a little bit of the help. The final checkmate is going to be with the rook on h1. Does it help? Okay, let's calculate now together. The first move is pawn to g6. King has to go to h8. Now, second move, rook g5. And we are threatening a rook h5 checkmate. So pawn takes the rook and pawn takes the pawn, checkmate with this rook on h1. So let's see this. Pawn g6. Then we play rook g5. Look, we are threatening rook h5 checkmate. Black king is trapped with his own pieces. And we take checkmate, right? Okay, let's go to number 32. We have here, look, all those pieces are important, including the king, right? We need a king on c3 for a checkmate. We have two great pawns here protecting each other. And then we have rooks, like they will be important for a checkmate. Knight is important. Okay. Um, Last move is this rook on f1 goes to f5 checkmate. Okay, so let's see the moves now. First move is knight g6 check. Pawn has to take on g6. Rook f5 check. Pawn has to take on f5, and then rook comes to f5 checkmate. Hopefully you can calculate those moves. And you take on f5. Okay, let's go to 33. We had many similar puzzles in checkmate in 2 book. So here, what's important here? You need 3 pieces. You need bishop and the rook, and you also need a queen. Okay, if you didn't find the move by now, how is this? Double check can help you. Okay, if that's not enough, then the last move is a rook to e8 checkmate. Now I guess it's getting better. So let's see. Let's calculate together. First move is queen e8. Check. King has to take. Then the bishop goes to b5, check. Double check. Now we know with a double check, king has to move. So king can move to d8 or f8. And then rook goes to e8, checkmate. Let's play the moves. Check, check here, and checkmate. Okay, we still have 6 more puzzles for this study 29A. Let's finish them. 34. Okay, what's important here, of course, is I'm sure you are recognizing this pair, queen and two rooks attacking the king, and then the knight on e5, right? You see that right away, and of course the pawn on g5. So let's see now the checkmate. Okay, I'm gonna give you help. First move is knight g6. Calculate now what happens after rook takes g6. This should be easy now, right? You take rook h7, queen h7, and queen h7. So let's see this. Knight g6. Rook has to take. Rook takes on h7, and queen takes. Okay, number 35. Pay attention to the knight on d6 in a great position. We have a queen on h6. We have a rook on h1. So those are the 3 pieces that can help you with checkmate. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I guess also the bishop on b2. The bishop on b2 is helping you for a checkmate. Okay, if you could not find the checkmate by now, let me just give you a hint. The last move is going to be rook h8 checkmate. Okay, so let's calculate now together. Queen goes to h8 check. Rook has to block. Rook g8. Now we take queen g8. King has to take g8, and rook h8 is a checkmate. Okay, so let's see this. We play queen h8. We take, and we play rook h8 checkmate. Okay, 4 more puzzles, or 5. Number 36. What do we have here? We have to we have to pay attention to all our pieces. Look at this pawn on h6. Now we have a bishop on e5, very important. Bishop on d3, also important. And a rook on g1. That's what you need for a checkmate here. Now, I'm sure you are thinking about h7, and that's a great idea, right? Because you want to take the queen on h8. But there is a little trick here that can help you. Okay, let me help you. The last move is going to be pawn to h8, checkmate. Hopefully you found this move. Rook g8, that's the first move. King takes on g8, h7. Bishop protects the pawn, right? King has to go to f8 and h8, checkmate. So let's see this. And h8, checkmate. Okay, let's go to the next one. Pay attention to the pawn on e6. That's the one that can help you for a checkmate. The rook is on f7, queen on f1. I think this you should see this one quickly. Okay, if you did not find, the last move is queen d7, checkmate. Hopefully this helps you. Okay, that means the first move is rook f8. Bishop has to take queen f7, check. King has to go to d8 and then queen d7, checkmate. So let's play the moves. Check. Queen goes to f7 and queen d7, checkmate. Okay, 38. Here you need only three pieces for the attack. Queen on d5, rook on a1, and pawn on e4. Let's find the checkmate here. Um, okay, how can I help you here? The last move, the move, the third move, right, is going to be queen to d6, checkmate. Okay, let's see now the first move. Rook a6. Now what can happen here is doesn't really matter if the pawn takes the rook or if the pawn blocks and goes to b6. So it's the same. Let's see, the computer decided not to take. So now we play check and queen d6, checkmate. Okay, last two, 39. You have two rooks, and pay attention how black king is trapped on lines, right? On e5 and g5. And then, of course, we also have a knight that can jump around the king. So, what do you see here? Now, I'm sure you are thinking about rook g8 or rook e8, but which one? That's the question. Okay, let me help you. The last move is going to be knight f5, checkmate. Okay, that means we have to play first move is rook e8, check, king takes, then rook goes all the way to g8, check, king goes to e7, and knight f5, checkmate. Right? Bishop also helps us because king can go to e6. So let's see this. Check, check here, and knight f5, checkmate. Okay, last puzzle for the study 29A. Oh, this one is really nice. Let's see if you can find this one. You remember when we studied checkmates in two? We did a lot of smother mates. I hope this helps you. Right? If you need more help, last move is knight to c7 checkmate. Okay, let's calculate now. The first move, knight to a6, check with a rook. Now, knight can take or a rook can take. If knight takes, then we play queen b8 checkmate because our knight is now on a6. If a rook takes, we play what? Okay, we play queen b8 check. A rook has to take on b8 and knight comes to c7 checkmate. Let's see all those moves. Knight a6, queen b8, and knight c7. Hey kids, we finished our study 29A, checkmates in 3. I hope this helps you, right? We calculate together and study together. I know it's very hard to take a book and just do it on your own. So hopefully those videos will help you to do those checkmates in 3. And then I would suggest now go back and do it again, right? Do it one more time on your own. You can do it from the book. You can print the book, or you can do it here in Lee Chess. If you have if problems with checkmates in 3, then I would suggest you just do it a couple of times, and then it's gonna happen. Okay, I will see you in our next lesson. That's going to be 29B. Thank you very much for listening to me, and good night. Bye bye.